Oh, it's gone red. I think that means we're on.
It does mean we're on. Hi, everybody. I'm Russ Kane. Here's Phil Dave. Welcome to the Midday Show, last one of November. Am I right?
Crumbs.
I don't know what Monday is. How are you? I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Well, I think we saw each other last week, but then that was when you had your little incident where you had to trot off quite quickly because you had a spasm in the back. So.
Well, I'm only allowed to sit now for 20 minutes maximum at a time, so I will be getting up during the show and leave it in your capable hands while I have to have a wander around, because as they say, motion is lotion. If you don't know, 27 years ago I had a huge car crash, had to learn to walk again, and every now and then my back, which was permanently damaged, flares up to the point that I'm immobile and can't, in raging agony. The last time it was that bad, they carted me off and had a spinal injection of steroids, which the after effects took years to go away. Anyway, so they've shoved me on tramadol to ease the pain, and now I'm seeing a chiropractor twice a week and starting to crawl around a bit. But I had to cancel everything.
How long have they put you on it for? Because I know that sort of the new
tramadol. Well, I take it when the pain is absolutely unbearable. But it's, until I don't need it anymore. I try only to take it when the pain is like so utterly ridiculous. But there we are. The chiropractor's definitely helping. And I can walk a little bit, which is great news. Well, not as far as I thought I could, but a little bit. I use my stick for balance. It's fantastic. Just fantastic. What a life. It's great.
Oh, I suppose the only way to look at it is, thank goodness to live in a day and age of painkillers where you actually can offer yourself some relief, because I sort of often wonder what happened years ago when people didn't have that.
So. Oh, yeah, absolutely so. But, we are in the nearly 2026. I don't like being on opioids. I try and get off them as much as I possibly can. So I don't live on them, but they are very powerful. But they weren't touching the sides of the pain. I'm not going to go into the details. I know exactly what the damage is, etc. And it's pretty irreversible. But some of it can be fixed, which is, thank heavens for that. What have you been up to? I've been up to nothing apart from crawling around the house. What have you been up to?
A lot for me has been work as well. To be honest, I don't really sort of do much other than that. But having said that, it was last weekend, it was the weekend before. Do you know, the weeks roll into one. It's ridiculous. I can't even remember.
Every day rolls into one, I think.
Well, I think it was if it wasn't last weekend, it was the weekend before. But I don't think I told you about it. I had some colleagues around for some cheese and wine, and it was very nice, very pleasant, very civilized way.
Yeah. Colleagues from your big grown-up radio station.
Yes, the current employer.
The current employer. How's all that? That's all marvelous. That's all marvelous.
And hopefully we've got a little midday show team Christmas party before long.
Well, God, yeah, I'll take extra.
If you can get there.
If I can get there, that'll be great. And if I can't get there, have a wonderful day.
Speaking of the midday show party, look who's saying hello. Well, it's only Liz. Wow. Hi, Liz.
She'll be jumping out of a cake. That's the reason she's going to be there with strategically placed marzipan. I didn't want her to do it. She insisted. I thought it was ridiculous. But, that's the BBC for you. Any opportunity at all. Are you...
where is the marzipan?
I can't tell you. Liz knows. It's
and also bonjour, Francoise. I saw that you messaged.
Bonjour.
Well, I'm sorry.
Bonjour, indeed. Tell me something. I see Mr. Graham has bounced back. Mike Graham, who left Talk and has now got his own sort of setup, much like a la Dan Wootton. Much the same thing. And I think he'll probably do very well.
Each to their own. Good luck to anyone in this industry. That's all I'll say. So.
Well, Dan Wootton seems to be doing okay. I mean, the figures. I always look at the figures, and his figures are pretty. When you start off as a sort of one-man band, his figures are pretty damn good.
Look, if you've got the ability, if you've got the money, if you've got everything that's required to make it happen, then I'm happy for someone. But personally, I just
what does that elegant shrug of the shoulders mean? What does that mean?
I shall stay out of things.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, they have a voice and they have a following, and they're what's the word? They're attracting people who like their stuff.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
That's it. I'm a little bit worried by Liz Saul. She's not jumping out of a cake at the midday
she's come out of
show.
A cream cheese bagel. Oh, lovely. I really fancy a bagel.
Well, how big's that bagel going to be? It's going to be,
well, could be a New York star bagel.
It's going to be substantial. I would imagine it's going to be substantial. Anywho, so the Kimmy Badenoch, wow, if she wrote her speech, bravo, or if she has a speech writer, that's how I started off in life as a writer. Bravo to him or her. That was some mauling she gave to Rachel Thieves. I mean, that was just fantastic.
I don't know where that Kemi came from, but more of her, please.
She should have been like that, like the whole time, and just ripping their lungs out every opportunity, because God knows they leave enough open goals the whole time, and the opposition just kind of miss it. They miss glorious opportunities. Ian in Surbiton, hello Russ and Phil, and
hi Ian.
Croissant this morning. Do you have butter with him? A little bit of a jam interspersed.
I've never really understood. You know what? I've worked out croissants are the sort of the French equivalent of fish finger sandwiches. Because more often than not, croissants have to be.
You Philistine.
No, because more often than not, croissants have to be made with butter, right? So anyway, they can become golden, crispy, lovely, lovely. Yeah, that's the only way they do it.
Yeah.
And yet, what's one of the first things you put on a croissant? Butter.
Yeah. All done.
Fish finger sandwich is basically fish wrapped in breadcrumbs between two bits of bread.
Okay,
it's the same thing.
Does it taste good?
I like fish finger sandwiches.
A fish finger sandwich, lovely.
Yeah, very much.
You know what else I like? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Crisp sandwich.
Now, I've not had crisp sandwich. I know.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, yes. Crisp sandwich.
Or did I? And then maybe I might have tried it at school, but I think that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had one for a long time, but I got to say, a crisp sandwich sometimes fills the spot.
Yeah. That's
I always wonder that. Do you watch things like MasterChef and Celebrity MasterChef? And do you watch all those shows?
It's not that I don't. It's just that I don't prioritize. If you see there are other things I want to watch first, basically.
I can find very little. I end up just watching YouTube and documentaries on YouTube, basically. That's what I watch. Not much stuff. I know it's ridiculous. There are thousands of films, and I look at the little synopsis of each film if you're looking at Netflix or Amazon Prime, and you go, no.
But don't you think television now is like rummaging through a boot sale? Is you might find something good somewhere, but you have to do an awful lot of work to find it.
I thought it was just me, and I just thought I was getting more and more picky the older I got.
No. It's all quantity, not quality.
Well, it's content. And the streaming services, all of them, have to have content. That is why there are so many ghastly films out there. And you think, they can't act. The direction is like, the guy shouldn't be directing traffic. It's terribly edited, and the story is garbage, and the script is appalling. How did this get a budget to do it? And because it's all part of a package deal, so you can get like one decent film. And that's
Now,
how it
you
works.
know I have a lot of respect, time, and love for Mother Dave, but it has to
Yes.
be said she has an unhealthy obsession with terribly cheap and awful Christmas movies. She watches
Oh
a lot
God.
of them.
Oh God. I know
So,
somebody else like that. I know somebody else who leaves their television on all day on the Christmas movie channel.
oh,
Yes.
is that person standing not too far away from where you are
No,
now?
no. That person will be wandering around with a little cockapoo.
Oh, really?
With,
Oh, I'm surprised.
I know, because you'd think she was a big intellectual, but those Christmas, they're always the same story. And I
Oh,
love them,
oh,
really.
always. You've
There's
got
one
the
story.
busy executive,
Busy
who just
executive,
doesn't have time.
hard-boiled, hard-nosed executive in New York or
Yeah,
Chicago
bumps
or
into
LA.
some new employee who's usually of the opposite sex,
Yeah.
who might be terribly attractive
Yeah.
and just sort of is quite innocent, quite shy, recluse,
Yeah.
and yet
That's story
they,
number one.
yeah, they happen to sort of come across the hard-faced boss, who maybe is contemplating sort of whether or not they actually have feelings for this new employee or not, then realizing how inappropriate it is, pushing them away, then apologizing profusely, taking them out to dinner or something like that, embracing, suddenly getting married, and then introducing them to the family, and everyone's around a turkey, and that's the closing scene.
That's
It's very,
story
very
number one.
strange.
Story number two, hard-boiled, tough, no nonsense, high-flying, workaholic executive, man or woman, doesn't matter. And suddenly, a long-lost aunt is ill in some little tiny Pleasantville town in the middle of Hicksville, nowhere. They have to go there for reasons only known to the scriptwriter. They leave New York, Chicago, or wherever they are, the tough office, and they go to this little town. And there they meet the incredibly handsome widower, or the beautiful woman who's just got kids and whose husband's been killed in a tragic
Or the person they
accident
haven't
down
seen
the
since
mine.
school.
Or the what?
Or the person they haven't seen since school.
Oh, since school. That's the one. Yes,
Yeah.
because they left this little cockamamie town, this one-horse place in the middle of nowhere, and when they got a career, because they're a career person, and then they meet their person, and he's grown up to, or she's grown up to be lovely, and suddenly she realizes, or he realizes, it's all been for nothing, and she should, or he should, have never left Pleasantville in the middle of nowhere in Iowa or Kentucky or some hole. And they live happily ever after, and she runs the local library. So
Yes.
basically, what it is if you're earning about $500,000 in an ad agency, you'll be fine running a tea shop. That's kind of it.
We should write a film.
It's always the same, but I love it. It's always snowing, but it's never shitty snow. It's never snow like you get in London, which turns to black crap.
Oh yeah,
within
no, it's no
30 seconds
sludge.
of landing. It's pristine. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
oh no, it's very
The
fluffy
lights
and
are
white.
beautiful. It's never dark. If it's dark, it's to show the lights off, but it's never like dark like in London where everything just looks filthy. It's always charming.
It is
always
absolutely extraordinary how year after year, virtually the same movie is made, which is, if it's not the same, it is variation on a theme.
It's only a variation.
And people
often starring people like Dean Cain, who used to play Superman, and or people like that. And you've never heard of any of the stars.
I was going to say, I mean,
But
you say
good
starring,
looking.
but I actually don't think I've heard of any of the people
No,
who star
you
in
haven't.
these films.
The women all look very wholesome with great teeth, and the guys are all very handsome.
I'm pleased you
It
said
is
teeth.
essential. You have to wear a check flannel shirt if you're a guy in one of these movies. Have to.
Oh yeah. Normally the sort of the father figure has to wear the check shirt.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Great to see you again, Susan. What have you been up to? Nothing, Mr. Huckleby.
Well, that's the end of the film.
That's basically it. And of course, there's always a very cute child who is not affected by the death of one of their parents. It's a very cute child, normally a little girl, who's adorable. And instantly they become a new bonded family. just like that.
Oh,
'cause that's
yes.
how real
Yeah.
life
Newly
happens.
blended family. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's how life happens, by the way.
Very important.
Any child would just take to somebody walking into town and with a week will completely accept them as their mother or father. That's real life. Basically, that's it. So if you are a high-flying executive,
Honest to God, it is not a wonder that the human race has gone nuts, is it?
well, do you know what? On the other side, these
The
films,
nonsense we
they're
expose
mostly
ourselves to.
Hallmark films, aren't they? They're mostly Hallmark
Yes.
films.
They are. They're nearly always. It's hilarious. I mean, I'm slightly surprised they're not busy making greetings cards, but yes.
Well, they'd never thought of Hallmark. Have never thought of making greeting card. If only they had. But they make these films, and they churn them out, and it's like they're wholesome, they're sweet, they're feel good. They don't hurt anybody. If you don't want to watch, of course it's saccharine. It's like eating a sugar sandwich. Did you have a sugar sandwich as well? Did you ever have sugar sandwiches?
A jam sandwich, not sugar.
No, but yeah, sugar sandwich. My cousin Glenn used to eat sugar sandwiches when he was a kid. Yeah.
How are his teeth?
I don't know. I don't know. In all the years he's been married, which is over about 55 years, I've never been to his house.
Oh,
Every time I see him, he always says, Russ, you must come round, Russell. You must come round. I go, Glennie, I'd love to come round. I'm still waiting. He's the loveliest fellow. He's the loveliest guy, my cousin Glenn. But I have
possibly
never
not the most hospitable, but
I've never been to it. No, he probably would be delighted. And I pass his front door quite a bit on my way to various medical appointments.
Why don't you just pop in?
God, because I can't remember his door number. I don't want to turn up at the wrong bloody house. Hi, who the hell are you? Who am I? Who are you?
I'm cousin of the Glen.
What is it? We got Stephen Marsh writing an essay here. Hello, Stephen. We haven't seen you on the show for a while. Welcome. Do you want to read
the
this?
budget?
Stand up for a second.
Lifting. Folks. No worries. You go and have a little stand up, and I'll read out this message. This will buy us a bit of time.
I think you see my tummy. All right.
It's all good.
Carry on.
So it's like a dawn of a new horizon. The budget, lifting of the 2-child benefit cap.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to pay these benefits in vouchers rather than cash? Amen to that.
Yes,
vouchers that can only be exchanged for goods and services required for children's well-being. It would prevent the hordes of irresponsible parents spending their cash on themselves on such things as fags and scratch cards. Stephen,
you know it.
Agree with you more.
You know it, Stephen. You are. I hate to say it, Stephen. Obviously, now you've written that you're a Nazi. I mean, that's what we've got to say because otherwise, we won't be down with the kids.
Well, yeah, we have to refer to. We can't say the word Nazi anymore. We can say the word far. We can say far right. We say far.
Oh, you're a far right knuckle dragging thug. That's it. You're a far right. Let's address Stephen properly in the way that the media have to. I think it's the rule now, Stephen.
In the 60s, they had far out. In the 2020s, we got far right.
Yeah. So, Stephen, basically, you're a far right knuckle dragging thug because you speak the truth.
And I must be as well because I agree with Stephen.
Me too. I'm a fully paid up member. Stephen, you're so right. The budget was disgraceful. They should have kept the cap because let's just go into the hornet's nest, shall we? There's only one section, mainly of the population of this country who are breeding because they can get everything on the benefits and for other reasons, which I can't even bring myself to discuss. I just can't. Stephen knows where I'm going. Phil knows where I'm going. Everybody else knows where I'm going. And everybody else is struggling with like 1 kid, 2 kids to pay for that. Never mind about having 5, 6. So you shouldn't be paying for that. It's a nonsense. It's an absolute nonsense. And of course, the way this was twisted.
All that budget has done has encouraged lazy. All it has done is said, do you know what? If you can't be bothered to contribute to society, don't worry about it. All the good, hardworking people out there, they'll pay for you. It's fine. We'll bleed them dry a bit more and we'll pay for you.
Have you seen the emigration figure? Not the people coming over in the dinghies, which could be stopped like that. Could be stopped in a day.
Roll in the Navy. That would do the trick.
We don't have it. If only we were an island. If we were an island, Phil, just think about this. This is a hypothetical suggestion. If we were an island surrounded by water, And if we had a thing called a navy, if you don't know what a navy is, it's like the army, but they're in boats. Okay, so the army's on land. This is like an army on boat. I know it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy, and you could get these people. We'll call them the navy, and they could patrol and turn anybody trying to come in here illegally away. It wouldn't
And
happen.
I promise you, if you had a whopping great cannon staring you in the face, you'd turn around.
Do you know, I've often thought about this, and I'm not being facetious. What are they going to do? They're going to open fire on unarmed people. Is it going to come to that?
If necessary, you've got to do what it takes to protect these waters. These people are a threat to this island, and the sooner people realise that, the better.
No, they do realise it, but we've been gaslit. They do realise. Everybody watching this show realises it all over the world.
You see, the problem is, years ago, people wouldn't have been afraid to call it what it is. It's an invasion. That's it. It's as simple as that. This country is being invaded, and our authorities don't care. That's what it boils down to.
Oh, it's much worse than they don't care. They've encouraged it. And you have to think to yourself, why? These are not all stupid people. You're not going to tell me people like Lord Hermer and the people pulling the strings. These are not idiots. They're not morons. Some of the government, the people are literally that stupid. But somebody like Keir Starmer was a Queen's Counsel. He was a King's Counsel, as you call it now, right?
Mm.
It's not a stupid man. I can't stand him.
He might do stupid things, but he's certainly not a stupid man.
But I think he's the most hated prime minister in living memory.
Which is quite impressive.
If there was justice, a lot of people probably would be arrested for treason if such a thing happened. And it was Tony Blair who removed the death penalty for treason, by the way, as far as I remember.
Can't understand why.
Tony Blair, well, the rot started with that man. It called me Tony. If the Labour cabinet had to put £100 into public funds every time they refer to we inherited 40 of Tory, yeah, I mean,
oh, don't get me started on that.
Moaning
How
about
many times? Seriously, they've been in power over a year and they're still banging on. Get on with it. It's your responsibility now.
They have no policy. They have no ideas. They are so out of their depth, and they are filthily corrupt. Filthily corrupt. And you know, America's just a bit ahead of us, right? They're going to start investigating the judges, because some of the cases that I can't say professional criminals makes you sound like you're a safe cracker. I'm talking about revolting pond life who are career criminals. They do nothing else. And they have been let off 20 times, 30 times by judges to go on and commit the most heinous crimes. And those judges need investigating. What's the agenda here? What is the agenda here?
It does have to make you wonder, because there's something at play somewhere, and I don't know where it is. I'm not sure. I mean, yes, absolutely, one could look to the judiciary and then certainly think to yourself, maybe there's something going on with the judges there, but there's no proof of that.
And the police.
Police are beyond a joke now. It's just, what the heck has gone wrong? How can anyone hate this country this much that they want to see it go to the dogs like this?
It would be a simple answer. It would be a simple, just think about it for a second. It would be a simple answer if you thought, right, well, Qatar, who spend billions trying to destabilize the West and then put their shitty adverts on television telling us to go there for holiday. Unbelievable. The heads of Hamas live in Qatar in billionaire lifestyles. It's like, and your avatar, I mean, the irony is just incredible. Pretending they're like Dubai. They're not. They're not. United Arab Emirates are not doing this. Saudi Arabia isn't doing this. It comes from like two places, right? So it would be the simple pathetic. If you were writing a really rubbish novel, you'd say that the Qataris have bribed people with billions of dollars to behave in this way. Well, that's not the case.
And I think that one could understand why you'd think that.
Well, it's just not the case. When are you going to bribe all the police, bribe all the politics? It's just, it can't be that. That's just,
No,
you
but
know,
they could certainly
that's if you've
put
never
money in.
written that's if you've never written a thriller novel before. That's the sort of simplistic nonsense you'd come up with.
But you
And
certainly
even
could
so,
put money in the pocket of people whose job it was to make the rules. No?
well, you know, that would be the one thing. But
I mean, look,
I
I'm
can't
just going on a
believe.
conspiracy. I really hope I'm wrong. But you just,
Well,
what other explanation is there, for goodness sake? Because you can't tell me
well,
it's common sense.
the knee-jerk reaction is the only way the Labour Party has got any chance of even barely living on life support if they get the Muslim vote. Let's just call it what it is. Otherwise, in 4 years' time, that's if we last 4 years, in 4 years' time, they will be eviscerated, wiped off the political map. They'll be finished. They'll be gone. Be gone for a few generations. And I can't say but well, that's simply gonna happen. So that's the short-term knee-jerk thing. Get all these people in, they'll vote for us, and we might hang on to our marginal seats. I mean, what a terrible policy if that's the policy. I can't see any other reason why.
It does appear to be.
Understand this.
But it certainly appeared to be the tactics of the last Labour government, that's for sure.
Well, this is just despicable. So-called human rights laws denying their human. Yeah, well, you know, human rights laws. Another con. What a con that is. They've made millions out of it. Millions out of it. And you look no further, of course, than the Matrix Chambers, which is one of the first groups of lawyers that specialized in this sort of thing. And then you look at the background of Keir Starmer. You look at what he squeezed through in legislation. You think, oh my God, this man's now in the prime minister. And whereas everybody screams, oh, get him gone, we hate him. Yeah, right.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, I'd hate to think what the alternative is.
You know, what nobody says is, great, he's gone. All right, fine. So you wake up tomorrow morning and he's gone off to Lord Ali
Just remember,
Island.
David Lammy is the deputy prime minister.
Yeah, can you imagine that guy? The guy who says you can grow a uterus? David Lammy,
the guy who doesn't know the difference between Marie Antoinette and Marie Curie. Genuinely, that is fact.
Yeah, his
celebrity mastermind.
How did he get? How? I just you see him. You just there's no one home.
Any odd way. Oh well.
And then we've got the thing that happened that people started coming out of the woodwork, and I think I've fallen out with somebody. I'm not going to say who, but somebody in PR, out of the blue, sends me an email with someone I know well. Were you at school with Nigel Farage? Were you there? What do you think of the allegations? And I wrote back, one, Nigel Farage is considerably younger than me. We attended the same school, but never at the same time. He joined the school years after I'd left the school, right? So we were never at school at the same time. I said, what, you're going to suddenly dig up a story about what somebody did in the playground 50 plus years ago.
Correct.
I ended
because that's how desperate they are, though.
Hang on a minute. There's my point. And then I went back, Phil, and I said, and so what? You remember everything that somebody said in the playground to you? Yes, actually, I do. Yes, actually, I do. And I thought, oh, for fuck's sake, I couldn't even be bothered to
post-traumatic stress
anyway, they
disorder
then
there.
reveal who this guy is. And here's the irony. I mean, you couldn't make this shit up, right? This guy, the story is broke by the Guardian, the most anti-Semitic newspaper I could think of, right? The guy's Jewish, so
I'm sure they deny it, but
they're
yes.
pro-Jewish. Who does he work for? The BBC, the most anti-Semitic institution, and yet we're supposed to believe
equally. I'm sure they deny that, but yes.
What? That he works for the BBC?
No, they deny they're anti-Semitic.
He's done loads of stuff on the BBC.
I mean, the
It's
BBC would
nonsense.
deny being anti-Semitic, for goodness' sake, as you
Oh,
well
they
know
would
what I mean.
deny it. Yeah, well, they can deny it all they bloody well like. They're a disgrace. The sooner it's disbanded and dismantled, the better. And it should be on a subscription streaming service. That's all there is to it. Because the news is, anyway, to something that we loved, that was a beacon of brilliance, to become so corrupt and corrupted is a tragedy. And I take no pleasure in it whatsoever. Ian in Surbiton, question for Russ and Phil. Can you remember what you said as a 12-year-old? No, of course I bloody can't.
So here's the thing. Okay, so here's the thing.
Nonsense.
Obviously, what you're referring to is this story that came out that Farage allegedly sort of used some sort of anti-Semitic trope when he was in school.
When he was at Dulwich, yeah.
And I know that sort of when I was in school, there were words that I used without realizing just how offensive they were. And then because of course you'd hear them for the first time, then you'd be corrected, being told, actually, no, you need to learn the history of that word. You need to learn why it's so offensive and why never to use it. Yeah. And funnily enough, I've never used it since. So actually, if you're going to pick on someone for what they've said in school, well, then actually that's not bad going, because it means he said nothing in all his adult life that's apparently that bad.
Precisely.
That's not bad going.
Precisely. I've only met him once. It was a school reunion. I heard he was there, and I went over and introduced myself. I thought, well, I'm never going to meet him otherwise. So I went over and we said hello, and we had a chat. And he was exactly as you would imagine, fag in one hand, bottle of beer in the other. I thought, yeah, bingo. That's it. That's at the school reunion. So, but we weren't there at the same time. I'd left years before he joined the school. And
it doesn't matter. You're far right by association now.
Obviously, I just happened to be at a school where somebody. Also, please, will you associate me with Bob Monkhouse, Sir Ernest Shackleton, and P.G. Woodhouse? They went to the same school. Obviously, I know everything that was going in Ernest Shackleton's mind. I mean, it's just, and I could tell this PR person had got shirty.
Who's Shirley?
Shirty, you fool. Anyway, she is back from her Oriental adventure, where we're going to hear about the biggest, newest museum in the world, in which a certain someone had a private tour. And I'm well gelled, because I think that sounds absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her. You love her. She is our screen queen. She has an OBE. And she has perfect hair. Chantal Rickards. There she is.
Chantal, you're on mute.
We can't. You're on mute.
You've muted yourself.
Oh
dear. There we are.
That marvellous build-up.
And it just didn't even be able to talk to us.
Right.
Here I am. I'm finally back.
Hooray.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
You look like you have a very healthy glow. Was it sunny where you were?
Well, it was sunny-ish. Cairo isn't the sort of, the air is not the cleanest in the world. So actually there's a haze around the sun.
Oh, they should have a congestion charge.
So £10 for a camel to go into the middle of it.
Yeah, that's it. And if the camel does a poo,
it could be a pyramid scheme.
Yay! Wah, 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 wah.
That didn't take you long.
Not at all.
Anyway,
yes, it's an ancient joke.
Yeah, we want to hear all about it.
Well, I have to say, I thought it lived up to the billing. Let's put it that way, because I've seen loads of things on telly, on sort of news reports about the opening of the Grand Egyptian Museum, GEM, and it completely lived up to it. In fact, it far exceeded what I'd seen on telly beforehand, and it's absolutely world class. It is just the building itself is beautiful. It's been incredibly well designed. They are already overrun with people. They're having to turn people. The weekend before last, the guy that met me there and helped take me around said that they'd had to turn away 15,000 people. So
it'd be a bit hacked off if it made that journey.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Chantal, this reminds me of Phil, who had a cheese and wine party for his colleagues, and apparently there was security at the door of his home, turning people. Rupert Murdoch has not forgiven you. When Rupert turned up and you said, "Not in here, mate, not in trainers."
You noticed we weren't invited.
We weren't invited. Well, we don't work for them, do we? We don't work for those people.
I know.
There is that. Anyway, so how was the film? You went for a film festival.
Lovely. I was a guest of a guy called Hussein Fahmy, who is probably Egypt's most famous actor. He's a gentleman who's now.
How do you know this dude? I
met him at the film thing I went to in China a couple of months ago.
Of course you did.
Of course I did.
Yeah. And I just double check, sorry, just before we get too much into film and TV, what was the most exciting or thrilling exhibit you saw in Gem?
Oh, we're going to come back to that.
Oh, it's got to be Tutankhamun, but I'd seen it before. It's just amazing. It's extraordinary. But the museum is just full of pharaohs and obelisks, and it's just mind-blowing what you see. And everything that was in Tutankhamun's tomb, they've put into the museum. So there are 80 pairs of shoes. There are Tutankhamun's socks. There is Tutankhamun's food. All the food that was prepared that went into the tomb with him.
Gone off by now.
It's
probably past its best.
His toys, extraordinary. His carriages, those great sort of Ben-Hur carriages.
The chariots.
Yes, the chariots made of solid gold. Absolutely out of this world. It's just extraordinary. I can't praise it more.
Solid gold chariots, like being in Dubai.
Yeah.
And it's just a Lamborghini.
Extraordinary.
Wow.
It is a wonder of the world that has to be seen, and you walk up and up and up, and you keep walking onto different levels, and as you get to the end, you get to this enormous window right at the top, and directly in front of you are two pyramids.
Oh my God.
Completely blows your mind.
Wow.
So, and you don't see the pyramids until the very, very end, and you think, oh my God, it's all come from there. It's astonishingly well done. It's been built with private money, which I was sort of interested in. A lot of museums feel a little bit sleepy because they haven't got that sort of commercial energy behind them, but this place is absolutely.
Did you not see when you walked in the private money, a big portrait of Phil, our benefactor?
I told them I wish to remain an anonymous donor.
Well, when I say big portrait, it's the size of a postage stamp. You could easily miss it because you're very modest. How big is this museum? Is it
enormous? I only had 2 hours there, and I had to leave. I just didn't have any more time. But I will go back literally for a weekend and just do 2 days in the museum and nothing else.
Wow.
I'm trying to get an idea of the scale. Compared to, let's say, the British Museum, which is vast, the place I love, is it how would you say?
Way bigger than the British
Museum. Way bigger.
Yeah.
And it's very modern looking. Is it very,
very, very modern and built with enormous amounts of glass, very sort of muted colours, but light everywhere. The light is the way they've done the lighting.
Fabulous.
Astonishing.
How fabulous.
It's a great, great experience. It really is.
So what moved them? Tell me, Chantal, because I'm fascinated, because we build like sod all here. If you build a new branch of Nando's, it's a big deal in the UK. What prompted the Egyptians to do something which is a world leader, like in museums?
Well, Cairo, Egypt, start big. Africa, Egypt, Cairo are all going through a metamorphosis. There is an enormous amount of money coming in to Africa and to different countries in Africa. They have now created and built New Cairo, which is about 12 miles to the east of Cairo. So when I went out to the beach for the weekend, and I went there straight from the airport, as I drove back in on the Monday morning, I could see all these new buildings. I was thinking, but we're still 15 miles out of town. What is this? And in fact, it's a new city called New Cairo. Wow. And a lot of that money is Chinese. So there is enormous amount of, input of foreign wealth that's coming into the country. The infrastructure, there are roads and motorways and overpasses and underpasses everywhere. Sadly, there is still an awful lot of deprivation. There is an awful lot of poverty. But the middle of town is just full of 5-star hotels. And it's feeling much more modern and looking very modern in parts. But obviously, it's still a country that has got enormous issues. But it's a fascinating country, and they were unbelievably good hosts to me. I was
really they were very, very kind and generous.
They gave me a driver, and they gave me an assistant, and they gave me a suite at the hotel, and I was completely spoiled. And they were terribly nice people, and the festival itself was terrific. And filmmaking from all over the world, and in fact, it was a British film that won the sort of Grand Prix at the end of it. Which
really?
Yeah. A film.
Was it one of those Christmas movies we were talking about earlier?
No, it was filmed with Brenda Blethyn and Andrea Riseborough that came out in the middle of the summer called Dragonfly, which I didn't mention on the show, and I don't know where you can find it. So
never heard of it.
No, well, it's a very small independent movie, but it's very good and rather quirky. I think you'd rather enjoy it.
I love Brenda Blethyn.
Yeah, so it'll come on.
Was she driving an old Land Rover and wearing an old hat?
No hat.
No hat. How do we know it's her? God's sake.
She doesn't really look like her without the hat.
She looks very different, doesn't she? You always think, oh, poor old Vera. But poor old Vera, Brenda Blethyn is not Vera. It's just
indeed.
It's called makeup, Russell. It's called makeup.
Anyway, go to Egypt, if only for a couple of days. Sadly, I had food poisoning, which is still with me.
No.
God.
Rather bad news. So 2 weeks on, I'm still not.
2 weeks later.
Yeah, a little tricky. Hey, but it's great for the waistline. So I'm feeling cheerful because of that, if nothing else.
Well, there's
did you at least get it duty free?
Sorry, say that again, Phil.
I said, did you at least get it duty free?
Do you know any idea what it was?
No, I'm having tests done. They'll tell me at some stage. It's just some little friend that is staying
2 weeks later.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
anyway,
I'm so sorry. It's so sorry.
I'm not unwell, and I'm not in pain. And I'm listening to you talking earlier about walking around the place and feeling really quite crocked. Makes me sad for you and fine for me.
Well, you're very sweet. You're very sweet. Yeah, I wouldn't wish back pain on anybody. The nearest I've been to Cairo is when I see my chiropractor.
Ha 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 ha.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here all week. Try the chicken. So have you managed to see anything at all?
Yes, I have. And I'm going to tell you to go to Apple, and you're going to say, no, I haven't got Apple and I'm not interested.
Well, I'm thinking of viewing up Netflix.
Some of our viewers and listeners are interested in Apple.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I am interested. No, I am interested.
They've brought out a sort of slow horses with strong female leads, as opposed to the slow horses that we know, where there are lots of very good male characters, but they've obviously, and it's the same person behind it, to be honest. Right. So that they've tried to do something different. And it's the rave new TV series called Down Cemetery Lane, which is, again, not a great title.
Oh, I think that's I love that title.
I thought they were going to at least call it Father Bears, but anyway.
I don't know. I don't think it's catchy enough. Anyway.
I do. I think it's great. Love it. Dark.
It's Emma Thompson. And yeah, well, yes, I mean, she's not everybody's favorite friend, but Emma Thompson, Adil Akhtar, who's an actor I really like, and Ruth Wilson, who I completely adore.
We love Ruth Wilson.
She's got such an interesting face.
Yeah,
we love that. Emma Thompson plays a private detective whose husband takes on a case that is brought to him by Ruth Wilson. This is all in the first 5 minutes, and then suddenly he's not alive for whatever reason. And Emma Thompson then comes into her own, and then there is a story of sort of mystery and mayhem and madness and awfulness, actually, but the very good ripping yarn stretched out over 8 episodes. I've only watched 6 of them, but I really can't wait for the last 2. It's absolutely kept me gripped. Yeah. It's very well played. She as this private detective is sort of grumpy, snarly, fantastic one-liners, great put-downs. She's got a very distinct look, the grey spiky hair and the leathers. So she looks fantastic in it. And Ruth Wilson is the counterbalance to that. She's a bit scatty. She's a bit all over the place. And they don't really play together very much. They're really 2 separate roles in 2 separate bits of the story. But I think that this will get recommissioned in a nanosecond if it hasn't been already. Anyway, it's on Apple. It's called Down Cemetery Road. if you are going to buy yourself a Christmas present, take out Apple for a week and sit and binge watch down Cemetery Road.
Yeah,
Do
I'll probably do
Cemetery Road
that.
with Slow Horses, and your life will be complete.
Precisely. Yeah, well, I can't, there's so little. I know this sounds ridiculous, but Phil and I were saying it. There's so little on, sounds perverse, on Netflix and or Amazon.
Don't agree. There's I'm just about to give you something from Amazon. I'm just about to give you something from Netflix.
Well, I'm intrigued.
Okay, so David Duchovny, I used to have a little bit of a heart
crush, little bit of a crush on David
just a little bit of a crush all those years ago. In what you probably enjoyed it because it was a sci-fi. So David Duchovny was in the original X-Files.
X-Files, yeah, I loved that. Are you kidding? I loved all that.
Yeah.
And he was managed by Shirley Green's daughter, of course.
And
I have to say, though, that when I actually rewatched an episode of the X-Files recently, it hasn't half dated.
I
used to think it was, I thought it was way ahead of its time. And I just looked and I thought, oh, this isn't as enthralling as I remember.
That's interesting, Phil. I must go back and have a look because I haven't seen it for 20 years.
Yeah, easily. I didn't watch it since it obviously I was watching it probably illegally because it was supposed to be over 18, but it was definitely
90s.
Yeah,
it was
90s,
in the 90s,
but it absolutely just somehow just didn't translate. But then at the same time, I suppose it's a bit like watching old episodes of Doctor Who. Doctor Who at the time, I think everyone knew it was a bit of a flimsy set, but at least you got the idea in that you were made to feel the fear. Maybe we're just too spoiled with the old CGI and stuff like that now.
Yeah.
Well, David Duchovny and Jack Whitehall are not two people I would have put in the same sentence.
No.
Not in the same TV series. But interestingly, it really works. And Jack Whitehall, this is his first serious role. And I think it tells you in all the blurbs, so I'm not really giving anything away, that he is a killer or a prospective killer. So you're very wrong-footed to start with because you think he's going to come out with a comedy line, and then suddenly you realise that actually he's fully malevolent, and you think, "Oh, okay, this is really creating the wrong tingles up my spine," because he suddenly becomes rather good at being rather evil. And Duchovny is a billionaire. The Jack Whitehall character has gone on holiday with them to Greece as a manny, as in male nanny, for one of the kids who's a little bit difficult. And you realise that the whole thing is a setup and something really bad is going to happen. And revenge is at the heart of this, and you sort of don't know why and where it's going. It's beautifully shot. It has a ton of money thrown at the screen, and they're very good together. And you think it won't work, but actually, when you see them in those scenes together, it just works.
What is the name of this marvelous show?
Malice. It is called Malice. It is is it a 6-parter or 8-parter? I think it's a 6-parter.
And what's it on?
It's on Prime. It's on Prime Video, Amazon Prime, as we used to call it. And it's a bit White Lotus. It's a bit.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay. White Lotus was a big series that was a bit of a sort of fave that's now in its third series or fourth series, I think. Oh, okay. A bit Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh, God.
You know, we all like to see really rich people spending their money. And yeah, sometimes we don't quite like really rich people either.
Oh, I love them.
Do you?
I'm the opposite.
Maybe.
I'd say, well, over here, if you're feeling, full
Add
of largesse.
Add it to the watch list.
Yeah. Oh, you got a watch list. How clever. That's very good. I don't know how you do that. I have to write it down on my whiteboard.
Malice on Prime. So if you've got Prime, I think you should do.
Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Because it's different. It was also just lovely to see beautiful Greece and gorgeous sunshine shots and mountains and sunrises and sunsets.
But isn't it interesting? Isn't it interesting, Chantal, that comedians make excellent straight actors, especially playing evil characters?
Well,
they're really good at it.
That's a very good observation.
Don Rickles, Jerry Seinfeld, a lot of other people can play really, really unpleasant, nasty, because I think comedians have that quality.
It's
I
interesting.
also
they're-
wonder
they're
if it's
usually-
whether or not they're hiding. A lot of comedians hide behind the humor to cover up quite dark emotion, and maybe they draw on that.
Hello.
I think you're right.
Just a bit.
Good observation.
Just
Very
a
good
bit,
observation.
Phil.
Anyway,
when you meet comedians, they are not the funny people you think they are.
no, often
Funny that.
difficult to deal with.
That's why I stopped writing for them. There was a
Really?
there was a whole period of There was a whole period of my life when I was writing for comedians for TV shows, and I found them so coming from me, this is rich. I found them so depressing and depressive. Coming from me, I know. And if I thought that, I went back to corporate, which I much preferred.
Crumbs.
Fascinating.
Yeah, I turned down a whole series. I was offered a complete series, and in fact,
Gosh.
the star of the series, who I'd never met properly, I'm not going to say who it was, came up to me and says, "I hear you're the guy who turned down writing for me." And I went, "That's me, I'm afraid." Yeah.
Oh, come on. You've got to let us know. That's
No,
not.
I'm not going to tell you now. But, I wrote for a lot of these guys. I wrote a lot of sketches and stuff like that. And I found the process, I like writing it, but the process of then going through that was, oh God, was
Wow.
tough.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, take a look at Malice, see what you think.
I'm going to. That looks good.
Then I'm going to send you to a free channel called Channel 5, where it's
I love Channel 5.
Yes, it's
Thanks
free.
to you.
Yeah, and Channel 5's drama's getting better and better. I've said it before, but they totally know what they're
You're
doing.
right.
Channel
I've
5.
never forgiven them for getting rid of Neighbours.
Oh.
I'm never going to forgive Guy Pearce. Moving on.
Right. Well,
So, Channel 5.
Channel 5, new cop series called Cooper and Fry.
I've seen it. It's great.
Oh, well, you tell us then, Clever
No,
Clock.
no, I won't. Because that's why you're here. Yeah, Mrs. Jollying around the world on your bun fight trips. Cooper and Fry. It's nothing. It's nothing original, particularly.
No,
I found it very nice. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's a 2-hour show. They're cops who don't get on. Two cops. They don't. It's a two-hour show, right? And each one's an individual story, which I like, much like the Vera premise or some of the other longer
Midsummer Murders, it
shows.
sounds like.
And it's good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Shot in Derbyshire. We don't get much set in Derbyshire.
No, it's nice. The scenery was beautiful. I'm going to shut up now. You talk about it. But the scenery was lovely.
No. The scenery's great, but I mean,
Yeah.
Channel 5. Every program about Yorkshire is on Channel 5, and somehow they found their way
All
down
creatures
the
great and
M1,
small.
turn right, and they've got to Derbyshire,
Yeah.
which is equally beautiful in parts.
Very lovely.
And it's two cops, in theory, ill-matched cops.
Yeah.
Are they going to come to respect each other? We suspect so.
I think they will.
I think they will.
Yeah.
We are not stupid, and we can.
No, we've seen this 50 times before, but we still watch it. And the interesting thing, the twist on this one is the female detective has left the big. I'm such a Londoner. It's pathetic. She's left this huge city, and I'm going, oh, she's come all the way from London. She's left Leeds. I think of Leeds like 2 streets. I know it's not. It's just ridiculous. So just how I think of life. It all stops at Scratchwood Services, and there's nothing else beyond that.
Yeah, she's worked with a few tools in Leeds. I think that was quite a clever line.
And
of her.
it's and she is being stalked by someone, and so she's left Leeds to go to this tiny literally one horse town again. And
don't you give too much away.
That's it. But that's it. You see it on there's nothing.
That will teach you,
suspicious
Chantal,
on her
for getting him
text.
to talk about it.
Oh, no.
You don't see the people. You don't see anything about it. You don't know what it is, but you see text, and she looks frightened when she reads the text. That's pretty early on.
Okay, that's pretty early on. All right.
Honestly, I have such an issue I have a grudge to bear with those. This is going to go off on a bit of a tangent. Just a warning here. You know those newspaper dispensers. So the ones who sort of stand on the street corners and sort of hand out newspapers.
News Standard.
No, because this is it. Ever since sort of like I ever was introduced to the idea of those in a very young age, I sort of somehow sort of say about it as if like I'm standing on a street corner, but I don't mean to. Sorry, that would teach you, Chantal, forgetting Russ to talk about it. Thing is what I should have said. But anyway, it's like a subconscious thing.
Anyway, Cooper and Fry, Channel 5. Worth watching. If you want something that you listen. None of this is rocket science, as we all know. We could all write a major television series tomorrow. Not, but actually, it's
it kind of could actually.
A couple of hours of enjoyment. Yeah, but let somebody else do it. They know what they're doing. I'm
they know who to have lunch with as well. So it's good. It looks great. The characters are all nice, and the scenery is just lovely to see something sort of fresh and new and interesting and very, very rural. It was nice.
Yeah. And the girl is ex-Doctor Who Mandeep. Can't think of a surname, apologies. And the guy is the guy who was the butler.
Yes.
The grumpy butler in Downton Abbey.
Yeah, the guy was always rather sly. He was rather sly, and there was always something dodgy with him. As the
grumpy butler. Carson wasn't grumpy.
No,
not Carson.
No, the footman.
The young guy.
He's a footman.
The young, good-looking guy.
So he played Thomas then in Downton.
That's the one.
Yes, that was it.
And the actor is Rob someone.
Yes, it is Rob.
Rob the Bank.
No, it's not Rob the Bank.
Oh, for goodness sake.
The best I could come up with.
Rob James Collier.
That's it, Robert James.
And she is Mandeep Gill.
Okay. Well, it's good.
I like it. Yeah.
It was weird. Isn't it weird when you see people out of context? So I was looking at this guy, watching the show. I think in certain angles, I think, I know this guy. Who's this guy? And then I read, he was the butler in Downton Abbey. I went, duh.
And we've never.
But doesn't it drive you mad though? Because it does me. I actually get distracted. So when I recognize someone on a program or a film or something like that, I'm thinking, who are you? Where did you come from? And of course, all that happens is my mind starts thinking, now, where did I see you from? Meanwhile, the film, the TV show's carrying on. I'm not paying a blind bit of attention. I'm just thinking, where did I know him from? Hang on, what?
Well, I watched the whole show and I was going mad. And I thought, I know this lead protagonist. Who I can't even remember the show now. I watched it the other week. And it was the kid. It was the kid from Harry Potter, Neville.
Yes, this new. He plays a vicar now or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, he was like a vicar or something, and it was good. It was great, and I thought, why do I know him?
Yes,
well, because I saw him as a little boy in Harry Potter.
Was that the Murder at Evensong thing?
That was the one. Yeah, the Reverend Richard Cole show, which is way better than Richard Osman's stuff. It was really good. I must say.
And I'm going to give you two shows I've mentioned before that are absolute favourites. They both come back for a second series. Landman with Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
This is a shout out for older people. He is 70. Sam Elliott is in the new series, who is 81.
Yeah.
Demi Moore is in it. These are the leads.
And my pal Jim Ross Meskerman's in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's I'm out there campaigning for the people who are over a certain age, because
thank God for you.
Good older actors
who
are around, and Landman is fantastic. It's on Paramount. It's about oil rigs in Texas, but it's a terrifically made.
Does somebody get shot and you don't know who it is?
No, it's Taylor Sheridan who's done all the
1923 and
all of
all the
stuff.
other ones. Yeah.
Speaking of Paramount, did you hear that there's going to be a new Jewish drama channel? They're going to call it Paranoid.
Very good, Phil. Very good. And very briefly, a comedy series that I loved, and we all love a comedy because you've got to counterbalance all of this heavier stuff with some light stuff. Man on the Inside with Ted Danson, which was based on a true story about a man going into a retirement home undercover to work out who was stealing things from the people in the retirement home. But here they've taken it further, so he's now become a private detective.
Oh.
And in this second series, he actually gets to play alongside Mary Steenburgen, who is his lovely wife of 45 or 50 years.
It's his real life wife, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's on Netflix, and it's called Man on the Inside, and it's the second series. I'm hoping it's as good as the first.
Excellent.
Well, quick question before we have to wrap up is, I know this is a bit rich coming from me because I'm obviously sort of somewhat follically challenged, but there are some people who carry the whole Silver Fox look very well. I'm not convinced Ted Danson's one of them.
Oh,
really?
No, I don't think.
What about Sam Elliott?
It's just because I
can never understand the word Sam Elliott says.
No.
I never have in his whole career.
He's got the thickest moustache and the thickest
huge, isn't it? I think
seen.
Lord Lucan's hiding in that moustache.
1 o'clock comes and goes.
No, we got to wish you well. The first thing is most important out of all of this, Chantal. We wish you well.
You too, and you too.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Have a good weekend.
I'll do my
very great danger that this show is going to be me monologuing before long. Can you two hurry up and get better, please?
Yes. Right. We are there. Phil, bless you. Thank you so much. I know you always have to dash on the dot of 1.
I need to disappear.
I know. Bye. And that leaves. Oh, he's back. God,
Ready? Stop pressing the button.
I didn't press the button. And that's it for another week. Hey kids, opioids. It's the way forward. It really isn't. Anyway, have a lovely weekend. I wish you peace and happiness. And try and keep sane in and work. What are you doing back?
Just remember, no hurty words.
Oh, you took my catchphrase. Until Monday.